Okay, so the game idea. Set up webcam to be bigger, just for this section. Oh. All right. Let me. Okay. So, the main idea behind this is going to be fighting game multi. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's farther than I would like, but that'll do. Where there's going to be three different fighting modes. It's just for me to remember because I will forget very easily, which is not a great feature. So that's going to be more of like the hack and slasher. The kind of mixture of like gun and sword. It won't be a normal. It'll be like a shorter sword overall, and then it's gonna be basically just Gunboy. Like it's double. It's got like a big ass sniper rifle thing. Slash rogue. That's the idea, or at least overall. Now to make that is going to require a bit more expertise than I can muster. So I'll be learning as we go, basically. That's fun. Okay. Configure video. Configure videos. Parts done. And we switch to Unreal Project Browser. I'm going to go off of, at least to get back into the swing of things here, go off the third person perspective one template thing, which uses blueprints. I don't need ray tracing. Desktop and console. So, game creation number 1. Can't use any spaces. Awesome. All right. I'll do that then. That'll work. Yes, I have a massively weeb background. It's fine. Alright, let's not just put that up on my screen constantly. No, I don't need that. Alright, enough. Come on. I hate when it does that. Enable. Restart now. Alright. Perfect. So, plain selected viewport, it's the standard, third person jump around kind of bullshit. So, the first thing I'm going to make for this, the first thing on the to-do list, isn't going to be, the different types. It's going to be what I'm thinking more of the tracing for a lot of this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the slash around the person gonna make the gun single shot, and that'll be used for kind of both of these people. The only one that's, and then this, well, that's what I mean, is like this one is kind of like a mixture of both of these. His slash would just be slightly smaller, I think, than this one. So that's going to be the first task. Edit blueprint, open blueprint editor. Put that over here. So a lot of this is kind of built out the gate, and I do have actually a controller right here. No, going a lot of the way. Where I can kind of control everything via controller rather than only relying on hopefully it works and makes sense controller-wise. I don't think you can stop it using controller. Okay, so sorry to set VR orientation. This isn't going to matter really because I'm not doing VR for this under any circumstance. First touch. I'm not doing touch, so I can get rid of touch input because again I don't need that, and I can get rid of VR input because again it's something I do not need and would prefer not to have. Recompile it. You always make sure it still works. You know, oh look, it works. You know, A is this, A is this. We're good. So, and now we get to the funner parts of this. Funner, more fun, whatever. We're gonna start with probably the line trace. It won't be any of the animations for right now. It'll just be actually a line trace. So what we can do is go into edit, not editor preferences. That was, I think, the wrong one. Yeah, because I need to do project settings, and then it's to control or input is what it's called. So we have action mapping and axis mapping. If we were going to, if it's going to have like a range, it would be axis mapping. So that'll be more of like the aiming part of it. If it was going to be, if it's just a button press and then it's done, that is action mapping. So this is the gunshot. And what's a good button for shoot? If space is that, then I guess right click for the mouse. Or left click. And then the gamepad and do left trigger. Let's do left trigger. Left trigger, there we go. So now, it should automatically say, but let's double check. We should be able to call shoot. And then, I always like double checking here that it works overall. So, I gotta click into it. Yeah, see, so whenever I hit the left trigger, it shows the hello. And then when I hit the left mouse button, it shows the hello. That'd be shoot. So line trace. Hello, I've come to say E. Indeed. I'm gonna need the hello, the lost one. Trace. It's gonna be a line trace because I want the thing to stop. little. Okay, so I'm going to do a line trace. I think it's by channel. I like by channel, and so it's always going to start at his. I'm going to do his mesh, or his component. Get world location, return value. Okay, so do that, and then we can actually split this off and do we can do plus int, do 300, and then I like double checking with it by having the draw type for duration or persistent, so that it just kind of continuously stays there, so I can see what's going on with it. So this goes up that way, so it doesn't go forward. This is, if I remember correctly, last time I was trying to make more of like a game type thing, it was great. It's break, isn't it? It's break vector. So I think I can also do get forward. I think I can do get forward vector. Don't know if that's going to work. Yeah, no, because it's going to get forward vector. See, this is where you start to kind of figure out what Unreal's actually all about here. It's all basically debugging. So, see, the problem is X is never always just the forward vector. If you're facing a certain way, X would be the forward vector, but if you're facing a different way, X would be a different vector. Add addition, vector plus vector. If I remember correctly, this could work. Did not. As I get print, just to make sure. Print string hello, pressed. Now it says, and now every time you say hello, even if it doesn't show it. So, get forward vector plus that. I'm just trying to think of how I would get this to trace the correct location. So if this is the get, so if I do this, so yeah, so this is still going to 0. This is still going basically to the world spawning point. So I don't want that. So what I'll do is I'll break this. And then do, I forgot, these aren't vectors anymore, they're floats or ints now. They're ints, or float. God damn it. If I get the wordage right, I can appreciate it. So when I do this, I'm actually going to do make vector. So what I actually want to do is make one singular vector as the end one. This is all just to line trace forward. So if I do plus float, do this. See, what I don't want to do is add in z value. The z value should remain the same if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on this. This could not work. And didn't. That is a new one. So where is it going? So what actually I'm going to do is kind of debug it here a little bit more by getting rid of this, compiling it, and then this will tell me the world location is this. So if I move forward here, it goes down to negative 200. Now if I do the same thing with this one, so this, yeah, so it tells me the z. So what I should do is I should actually do float times float. Do that, do that, do that. Then I want to do make vector. So this is the x ones, and this is the y ones, and the z stays the same. So what I'm actually going to do is double check that by doing that. So now it should show the world one times the forward vector. If I could get the mouse cursor thing to go away. Thank you. Unreal. So yes. So it shows, see, that's the forward one. So now I think it should work. See, now it's showing sideways. That's why I like doing the persistent one, so it kind of shows me here, and I can do rotate vector 90 here would get it to show the correct location. Nope. It is. Not that, it's not the Z one. The Z one is depth. Okay, well that's not working either. I ran into a bug. A bug I don't think I can fix easily. Get rid of these, get rid of the print strings. So right now this is going Y is right. You can add comments to this now. Yeah. You totally can add comments to those now. That's really cool. So this kind of breaks it down. It gets the world location. What I could also do instead is make basically a line here, but I should be able to just get the forward vector unless I'm getting the forward vector of the capsule component, which is different from the mesh. Let's see if this fixes it, because the mesh will turn and be used to look at it. See this, even with all this math, is still going the wrong way now. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to use the mesh. I need to increase the height by 150, just overall. Yeah, so it's this height is still down on the floor because the mesh technically counts as on the floor. Y to X, start value. So now it should start from somewhere. I don't know if it'll be center of mass. Oh, that's his head. Okay. So that's this. So it goes to 0, 0. If I do forward vector, this then. If I remember correctly. Apparently it's not right. 0, 0. Now I gotta do times. Float by float. Do 15. Yeah, see what 15 gives me. Copy and paste. So you have two of them for both X and Y. It's gonna look a little bit like spaghetti till you get it all figured out. Okay, so when I'm staring straight behind him, it's going to the side of it. It's going not really 100%. That's addition. My mouse keeps getting caught. That's fun. So actually, if I remember, I think it's supposed to be more like you add them by a set amount. So I'm going to do by not 150. That'd be really far for a pistol shot. By 15, and then you add them to here. So let's try that. That I think is what I did before to create the gunshot. Pile, play. Maybe I did do a crazy high amount of 150. So I can then, so X, So, thinking about it like this, then it's now going this way. So if I rotate the thing, rotate 90 degrees, rotate vector around axis, in vector angle degree. Nope. In vector axis, 90 degrees is 90. Rotate vector. Okay. So I need to think of how I want to rotate this. I need to rotate it this way. That might be Z actually. Do I have them mixed up and it's actually Z and I've been like, nah, it's not Z. You know what? Let's try Z. It's the only one I didn't try. Which should be the right one. No, it's still kind of going the same way. Okay. So, it's not that. I think I tried Y. And it kind of goes, yeah. So Y is this way. And X should be it, right? This is negative 90 maybe? I've had that happen before. Try normal 90. See, that doesn't make any sense though. Why is it going down? Because if it's X, X should be this way. What the frigger? So there's two ways to fix this. It's either I kind of just keep configuring with it until I get it right, which I'm more prone to do. So I wonder why. Or I can create a mesh point from where I want it on his hand, because I'm going to have to make it on his hand anyways. So what I'm going to do is make a... I don't want a media sound. It's not a... I don't think it's a nav-link. Nav-link is primarily... I need just basically a kind of like a... Yeah, scene. Here we go. A scene. So gun starting For this, I want to all right. So the gun starting point is going to be here for right now. It'll attach to his arm later. Instead of the mesh, use the gun starting point, get reference to this, get forward location, get forward vector. Let's see what this does. So I can get rid of the Z now. Don't need the Z to be altered. That allows me to, the good thing about this is I can just rotate it. 90 degrees, and there, it's pointing forward now. So that's basically the idea behind it. So what you could do is to increase the length of the shot, you could do a variable. Do this, switch this to a float. This is 150 right now. I think that's a good amount. So I'm going to do 150. See, and now if I were to do, let's say he's got a really strong pistol, he does 350. Piled. That's only got an increasingly long shot. You can get this. Let's put structure pen. Oop, no, go back. I don't want to do that. I usually try and have it break hit results. I can hit, so print string, hit actor, convert to string, get display name. So now, when it hits something, cube mesh, left arm static mesh, linear bump. Now it tells you the name of the item as soon as you hit it. I think that'll be it for the gun.